Yankees catch. My name's Chrissy Lubke and I'm the host. Today we're going to be talking about baseball. One specific baseball team, the Mets, the New York Mets. This is my personal favorite baseball team. I track and follow them religiously almost. I constantly find myself looking at their stats, watching their games, following their gamecast on the ESPN app. I just love Mets baseball. It's something that's been a passion of mine. I first came in contact with the Mets when I was in 7th grade. My family took a trip to New York, and we flew right over Citi Field, and I was like, what field is that? That looks awesome. And so, I was there, I learned more about the Mets, I learned more about their history, and so ever since 7th grade I've been a devout Mets baseball fan. I've seen them in their lowest of lows and their highest of highs, and so I wasn't a bandwagon when they went to the World Series a couple years ago. I've been a good, hard, supporting, never faltering Mets fan since 7th grade. So this season has been extremely interesting for the Mets. Currently they are the second in the NL East, They have a record as of right now, as of filming. They are currently playing a game against San Francisco, but they currently are tied 16-16 in their win-loss record, and so, like I said, 2 years ago they were featured in the World Series. That was like an all-time high for the Mets. Of course, they didn't win. They ended up losing to the Kansas City Royals, which wasn't completely heartbreaking for me because at that time there was a player from Missoula, Montana, who was in the Royals program, and so it was cool to see something that he's a part of be successful in that way. However, it was heartbreaking a little bit because I am a Mets fan. I've seen them in their lowest of lows when they were the bottom of the NL East, and now they were at the top and they were in the World Series, and that was something that was not really expected that year. They did have a great team, but they had the opportunity. They made it into the postseason last year. However, it didn't end up in their favor. And of course, we all know the Cubbies won, and that was a world history marking event, and it was really awesome for them, and I was really, really excited. Side note, speaking of the Cubbies, I know that a lot of you tuned into that historic New York Yankees Cubbies game just a few nights ago. That was an awesome thing to watch. I was working up pretty late on some calculus homework, and I turned on ESPN, and it was on there, and I was like, holy moly, we're in the 18th inning. That's ridiculous. That's 2 full baseball games put into one. It was awesome. It was a great thing to watch. It was cool. I feel bad the Cubbies didn't win, but that's how it goes sometimes. Anyway, back to the Mets, my favorite team. They are going through some interesting situations. So back on April 30th, they lost pitching extraordinaire Noah Syndergaard, to a shoulder injury. This happened right in the beginning of the game, and so it's been a hard time not having him there. He puts up big numbers on the mound. He's always a threat on the mound, and he's always somebody that the Mets organization can really put their trust into. He goes up there and gets the job done, and so not having him has been a little bit detrimental to the Mets, and he isn't expected to be back until after the All-Star break. So that's a long time for the Mets to go without one of their top pitchers. Another pitcher for the Mets has been in the news lately. His name's Matt Harvey. He has an extravagant lifestyle, to say in the least, and he recently had been on a 3-game suspension due to his some of the choices he made. In the press release, it was stated that he violated some team rules, but he came out. He made an apology. He said what he was doing. He happened to be out late on Friday night, went golfing on Saturday morning, and didn't put himself in a position to be ready for that Saturday night's game. He was expected to pitch on Sunday the following day, and that's when he received his 3-game suspension. That's when they called up Adam Wilk from the minors, who last season didn't ever even pitch at the major league level, had never pitched at the major league level, and they received a 7-0 loss against the Miami Marlins. So Matt Harvey, like I said, extravagant lifestyle, but really a good team player. Everybody makes mistakes, and I feel like Matt Harvey really realized at this time with the 3-game suspension, that he is making a difference on his team, and that his team really, really needs him. And so I think it's was a wake-up call, and I think from now on, he's going to respect his teammates, respect the Mets organization, and I think that's really important to him to be a good teammate. And you could definitely tell in his press release that he was heartfelt. He felt heartbroken over his actions, and that he knew what he did was wrong. And so I think that was really important. It was a big stepping stone in his life, and I believe that he's going to come back stronger than ever for the Mets, and I'm so excited because he personally is one of my favorite players. And so it's always exciting to see him up on the mound. It's always exciting to see him get that W. So I'm really happy to have him back. I'm really happy that I'm not happy that he received the 3-game suspension, but I do believe it's going to make a change for the future, and that's something that's really exciting for the Mets organization because they do need him. He's a big part of their team. Like I said, the Mets have had a really interesting season. Earlier this season, they lost by 18. I think the final score was like 23-5 or something like that to the Nationals, who are currently the first, who are ranked number 1 in the NL East. The Mets are right behind them at number 2. So that was something that was hard to watch. I don't remember where it was, but I wasn't able to watch the game I wasn't able to watch the game online, and I just kept getting the notifications like the Nationals scored another run, and I was like, oh my gosh, when is it ever gonna end? So of course, heartbreaking, but a lesson was taught during that game. Of course, all teams are gonna face that at any level, even down to high school up to professionals. It's gonna be done. And so it's always a lesson always comes from games like those, and they come back stronger than ever. Like a few games ago, they beat the Braves by 11. So it varies. Their season is very all over the place, I guess. Like I said, they're tied 16-16 currently win-loss record, but they are playing a game as we speak, or as I'm filming this, and so we will see which one goes up, which one goes down. Hopefully it's the win record, as like I said, favorite team, but that's how you never know how baseball's gonna go. So my thoughts about October, I know it's a long ways away, we have a whole summer to go, but I do believe with everyone being healthy, everyone making good choices based on their what's right for their team, I do believe that the Mets are going to make it to the postseason. I do believe that they will make a threat in the postseason like they have the past 2 seasons, and I think that with enough faith, hope, and pixie dust, or whatever that saying is, they could be back in the World Series again this year. That's a far stretch from now. We have a long time between now and October, but we will see where they end up. So keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing to my page, so you guys can keep up with the Mets with me and all of Major League Baseball, since that is one of my favorite sports to watch, favorite sports to read about, to cover. Side story, if I could be like a beat writer or just a specialist, if I was just able to specialize in one sport of sports journalism, it would definitely be baseball. A lot of people find it boring to sit there and watch a ball be thrown and hit and whatnot for 9 innings, but it's something that fascinates me. It's always fascinated me, even from when I was super tiny. I've always been in love with the boys of fall. So so I'm passionate about it. I want to share my passion with you guys. So like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys all later. See ya.